Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another wonderful episode of NateCasts. Thank you, Ziasin, for the 5-month resub. Love you, my dude. I actually played to send you a replay. Well, you can send me the replay, Agamemnon. You can always send it. The email's listed. Just anything that's submitted by a sub is always higher priority because I gotta pay my rent. In the top left, we have the red Zerg player. He is San Cruzo. His opponent in the southeast, the blue Terran player. He is Joker. Please don't get upset if you send replays and I don't immediately cover them. I spent the last week at Disney with my brother and then flew to Boston for PAX. So I've actually only been home one day out of the last 7 days. So please temper your expectations if possible. But yeah, I get TvZ on Nightshade. We haven't really had many Terran games that I've done today, at least. So I am happy to have found this one. This one was not a submitted game, in case anybody is curious. I downloaded this game off of drop.sc. I saw, it's like, I saw how long the game is, and I decided, okay, I'm going to cover this one. I'm not going to tell you if it's short or medium length. I usually don't pick games that are over 25 minutes. So if it's less than 25 minutes, that's usually what I try to do. Unless it's like a Florencio game or something, because we did have that one guy literally play an hour and a half long game just to force me to cast it. So trying to avoid that. But yeah, so if you send in replays, I will do my best to try and get to them. If you send me a lot, it makes the chances of any one of them being cast way lower, because I'll probably only pick one of your games. So please just keep that in mind. And we should be getting back to doing regular casts and uploads now that I'm back from PAX. Currently, my next event is DreamHack Dallas, which is in May. So I don't have any events to do for 2 months. And I don't actually know if it's early May or late May when DreamHack Dallas is happening. It's a StarCraft 2 tournament. I don't know if you guys have heard of StarCraft 2. It's a pretty good game. Came out like 10 years ago. Some reason people still play it. Obviously, it must be pretty great. I think there's only like a handful of games that have a 10-year success pattern, right? You got StarCraft, CS, probably League of Legends now, right? Yeah, they're about to hit 10 years of being still pretty big. How much does it cost to get into SC2, Ziasin says? It's free, actually. StarCraft 2 is free. The entire first campaign, Wings of Liberty, and all of the multiplayer is completely free. The only things you have to pay for in StarCraft are skins, and I believe they still charge for the Heart of the Swarm and Legacy of the Void campaigns. But those are all cheaper than they used to be. So if you're like, hey, I want to just jump into the ladder, you have to win one game of unranked on 10 different days, and then you're allowed to play ranked. But people get upset about this, but in case anybody doesn't know, unranked is actually the same as ranked ladder in StarCraft 2. A lot of people are like, why do I have to play on 10 separate days just to be able to play ranked? I don't want to play unranked. Unranked is bad. Only bad people are all unranked. Well, that's, if you queue unranked, you actually, it's the same thing as playing ranked, except it doesn't tell you what your MMR is. The reason why Blizzard makes you do this is so that A, you don't get super depressed that you're starting MMR, and B, so that you're forced to play enough games that they can actually have some idea of what your MMR should be when you start playing ranked. That way you don't waste a bunch of time climbing through Bronze League if you're actually, good enough to play Gold, for example, as a new player. Since many people could actually build up a pretty good skill set without playing 1v1, since if you play a lot of campaign and co-op, you can iron out a lot of mechanics in those modes. Seriously. They're not the same as multiplayer mechanics, but if you play Swan, for example, you got to build depots. You just can't use multiple SCVs, that sort of thing. Honestly, you could probably practice doing mech type build orders as Swan if you really want to. But yeah. And there you go. Someone in chat says that's how they got placed in Silver 1. The first time they played multiplayer, they placed in Silver 1. They didn't even have to go through Bronze. They're almost at Gold League just from having played co-op and campaign. That's awesome. So we got Joker doing a little bit of a Hellion run by with his single Reaper, getting some drones killed, and that Roach Warren is pretty fast, but those Spine Crawlers finish just a little bit too late. Okay, those Hellions will get pushed and stopped by them. Got himself 6 drone kills. It's actually really nice. With that AoE, he actually probably could have gotten 1 or 2 more there, which would have been absolutely fantastic. We got 7 Roaches finishing up, and now he's going for Blue Flame. Joker's going for Blue Flame and Cyclones. And I'm just not, I'm just not that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. So we've got no orbitals, by the way. Wait, he made his natural an orbital, but not the main. Sorry, I just, I don't know. It's a head scratcher. Blue Flame won't be super useful against the Roaches. It can help you 2-shot drones, but you need Blue Flame and +1, I think. Yeah. So we've got Spire on the way. And Cyclones can actually beat Mutas, but you do need a good number of them. I think with the 3 factory setup, he actually should be okay against Mutalisks as long as he produces Cyclones nonstop. Please get an orbital in your main. Please. Oh, Jesus. You only have 1 orbital and you just did that. And then he starts 2 more as well. You know you can build another orbital in your main. It's okay. Do it. Do it. All right, what do we got here? Liberator gonna trickle on over to the main base. We do have an infestation pit on the way. These drones are gonna do the skedaddle as San Cruzo sends a queen over to try and push her back. I think she got a single drone there. Not too shabby. Queens aren't really worried about those units early on. We do have the Cyclones and the Hellions. This is a perfect opportunity to go kill this 3rd base. I feel like you could almost kill this 3rd base, honestly. I really feel like there's a lot that you could do here. So we got Joker. He's going to siege up over the main. And there's a Pinio. A Pinio. A Pinio. Kill the larva. That's denying the production, at least, to a degree. And actually, with given the amount of resources San Cruzo has, is 2 less Mutalisks than he could have made before, since he actually has quite a bit of resources. So here come the Hellions. Here come the Cyclones. I mean, the timing is off for sure, because he definitely could have killed this while the Liberator was harassing. That's like, when you talk about, it's like, how do I become a better player in StarCraft? It's like, well, you can't focus too much on micromanaging small things. You know? You could have gotten infinitely more damage done by microing the Cyclone Hellion and just shift-clicking the Liberator instead of, like, microing the Liberator with 200 APM. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a ceiling on how effective anything in this game can really be. And sometimes players kind of tunnel vision on things that have a lower ceiling for damage potential than, you know, other things. Not that it's, you know, a terrible mistake, but I'm just being nitpicky because I don't know if the person who submitted this replay is ever going to see this game, because it wasn't a submitted replay. I just grabbed it off of one of those replay sites. Oh, those damn replay sites. Oh, but there's so many of them. Which one? Drop.sc. That's usually where I check for random stuff. I do also check other websites in case people are trying to plant stuff to catch me with an inappropriate chat replay or something of that sort. I think the most important lesson I ever learned about harass and stuff, and this might be one of the reasons why a lot of people think Terran is harder, is when you watch a first-person view of a really high-level player, oftentimes when they're doing those cute little marine drops, they'll stim a move towards the base or right-click to a spot they want to move them to and then fight, and they don't micromanage that a ton unless it's really early in the game and there's very few units on the map. They're always going to try to do one thing, and they're going to use it as a distraction and then take something else that has a higher damage potential and use the heavy micromanaging on that. Conveniently going to spot this Liberator as it flies right over the building hatchery, so that's a good little bit of vision to have. These mutts should be able to go deal with it without too much trouble. We have some Thors coming out. Why did you not build an orbital? Where's the orbital? Oh my god, he's doing it. Right as I looked at it. I am God. How about this one? It's your 3rd, so it technically should be an orbital. But this replay could be like Silver League, I guess. So there's no engineering bay. You can't make a planetary. Never mind. How about that? Imagine seeing Mutalisks and fighting against them and deciding, nah, I don't need a planetary. I don't need turrets. Turrets? What do I need? Turrets. Don't talk about turrets. All right, well, here comes the mutas and the roaches. The roaches only just now starts roach speed, so they're not going to really be that effective. There's actually a lot. I don't know, dude. I think Joker... Like I said, this was not a submitted replay. This is a random game. So I'm just going to say, I think Joker's probably got this. Like, this army's really strong. And there's no upgrades on the other side versus mech. I think it'd be better if he turned him into Hellbats. But I don't even know that he needs to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially with the Vikings to help get rid of the mutas faster if they try to dive. Yeah, no, these roaches can't even run away. They literally can't even run away. Turn into Hellbats. 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 It's morphin' time. It's morphin' time. It's morphin'. No, okay. Okay. How about the Vikings go in front and cut them off? It's morphin' time. No. Okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I think you just A-move and collect your ladder points now, right? Why would he upload this replay? To show it to a friend? Does the Zerg player say something very rude or aggressive after this game ends? All right, see, there's a bunch of Zerglings now. This is where those Hellions in Hellbat form could do a lot of damage. It's more... No, okay. Rally some Hellions. Oh, he's got the Thors here. Gonna get caught. Maybe need to transform those Hellbats. It's more... Nope. He doesn't need to. It's not morphing time, guys. It's not. And that makes me sad. All right, well... I don't think Roachling is going to kill this, so I think we're going to see a victory here for Senor Joker. Maybe. Yeah, he's getting through him. He's starting to punch through. That armor opening, by the way, really nice on the Thors too. Just make everything more durable. Always like it. Terran trying to figure out if he can throw. Well, when you're rallying Thors across the map and there's 0 creep spread outside the Zerg's natural, I think you're feeling pretty good. He's killing the Overlords. Not that he has enough units to be supply blocks, but I think there's like kind of like a small moral victory component to this. Land him. Land the Vikings. Do it! Thors are fighting. One of them does go down. The Lings don't really do a lot of damage though. And there you go. Nice little rage quit from the Zerg player. Unfortunately, it was not morphin' time. And that makes me sad. GG. Meh. Very average game.